Out there, I gotta go over first, and I gotta take out some trash real quick before we get started on this. Alright, let me get my trash out the door, and then we'll begin on this process right here. We got two more services. Oh, here we go. Keys, please, let me see that keys on you. Let's shut that door and we can't get back in because you don't have keys on you. What keys there? Alright, I'll be back. So already showing a little black on black, everyday black paint, which we do right from the door. We need to make sure that our products are not going to match any black house paint or anything like that, because that's the last thing we want. Alright, so I'll show a little more of that later. Right now I'm going to show you this. Some black fabrics and whatever else we need to complete that test. So test runs allow us to be to see what we need to see. So here, that's the new technology. There, that's the old technology. This reads a higher white level than that surface right there. And we have one more application to put on it to actually boost this white levels even higher. There's a heightener technology, which is not here yet. You have to wait on it. But anyway, at least we can see outstanding results already. So, big difference. This actually reads a white level higher than the previous one. And that's what we want when it comes to a black screen. We want the screen to be able to read higher white levels. We already know that you can read contrast levels and colors. Is that white level that's extremely important. its color capabilities, as I told you before, are going to be outstanding. Like, it's going to be to produce colors like on so many different levels. It has to, because this stuff is used for projector mapping applications, which require very deep blacks and extremely high color levels to pull off. This is going to be something you paint to your ceiling, which is going to be used for what they call the infinity ceilings. So all those colors need to pop. Commercial, of course. There we go. Let's get past that. Looks like the lights off. Easy. It looks out in a max out zone. Well, again, seeing it's being hit with 24,000 that we have in the ceiling right now, it doesn't affect the screen. So, no washout, none of that. Doesn't exist. My projector runs in eco mode, which I'll show you the settings. I'm in factory settings. I'm at eco mode, so my projector right now is running at 2,500 lumens when it should be running at 4,000. And I got a good amount of distance throw, I say 9 feet from the screen. We're going to be doing a paint down demonstration. I'll cut over some boxes to show you how fast it is. For some people who do not know how to make a skin-like coating, I'll show you how to do it. Well, you'll see my product do it. No bubbles, none of that crap at the end of the day. I don't know why people put water in this stuff. I have no idea what the freak you're doing with the water. You don't put water in paint. Water causes separation. You're trying to get a formula to marry. All the formulas have to marry. You don't want separation going off in there. That's like if you go to a bar and you get something to drink. Are you going to drink stuff that doesn't marry well? You know what happens with stuff that doesn't marry well, right? You turn it into a human fountain out in the parking lot. People laugh at you. You don't mix certain things together. And on top of that, when you're mixing stuff together and you don't know what you're doing and you're shipping this to the United States Postal Service, this becomes a hazard. So that's why I said people need to know what they're doing before you start mixing stuff together. Now, as I said before, that any screen paint, and we're talking to the customers, any screen paint that you are selling, anybody who sells the screen paint, and for the customers, the first demonstrations have to be done and max out fully lit environments, so that way customers doesn't get ripped off. Because the last thing you want to do is buy paint, turn your lights on, and the screen disappears. Nobody wants to go through that nonsense. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to do... They particularly don't like what I say. And the reason why they don't like what I say, because they don't do as I told them they should do. And that's why their products don't sell, and that's why they don't exist. But I can see they're pretty grumpy over the new product. Let's go over here and show some different effects. You have to pick up the Infinity One to do that. You can't do it on a gray screen, won't do it on a white screen, it won't register, you won't see it. As you can see, our projectors require no calibration. We're on a Christie LW400. This projector cost me $50 off eBay. That's it. And we don't need to have a ultra short throw in the mix to try to basically cheat on the distance throw. Right, you're not supposed to be using those. You're using basically to show off at the end of the day that your product it's ultra short throw compatible, which I don't know how paint can be ultra short throw compatible. Only problem you have with that is quality. So, the new product is going to be available in 32 ounces only. Price tag is around $362. We only make them in 32 ounces only. We have sales for this technology on YouTube and off YouTube. This screen is going to be painted in multiple major locations. So it's going to have pictures of stadiums, sports bars, and everything underneath of it to start. Any false demonstrations on the product without even owning the product, or basically false demonstrations that violate the batch number, it's a $10 million fine. Oh yeah, it went up by a lot. Because we can back this thing up in court, why not? And you got companies that do dumb stuff too at the end of the day. There's companies that, I've seen companies do some really stupid stuff, so. And they know they got $10 million laying around, might well. And of course, in all test demonstrations, before we sell the product, and this is what we tell customers from the door, which is very important, never buy a product that has not been properly tested before it was sold to you. You'll notice that all our technology, all our screen paints are tested before sold. Very important, because that's why you get batch numbers. I think it's beautiful. I had to get some certifieds in here for this. Man, I can't believe all this lighting we have in here. We're going to be expanding the screen size. It's a test surface. Our test surface comes in at 43 inches. It's a 43-inch screen, so it's actually 24 by 36, which is roughly a 43-inch screen. We're going to be building a much bigger one. As a matter of fact, this whole wall on this side is going to be coated with this technology anyway. And this one over here is going to be using the new see-through technology. But we need this because this is going to be going everywhere. We're going to be coating this thing up. I got people coming in to do demonstrations on paint down demonstrations. I got my little buddy, he's going to be coming in. So easy a kid can paint it. Oh, I forgot it's soccer season. Now I've ordered a high performance white screen by a known company. I figure we're going to be doing some demonstrations versus our technology versus white. I'm also bringing a high performance surface, right? Yeah. Well, let's get a gray screen out here. See what we got going off this gray screen and white surface, which is definitely important to do. White surface first. That's a difference comparison of a white surface versus our technology, which you can see is no contest. Easy takedown. It's a white screen. Let's get a slow color pattern in here. Let's see. Slow color changer. What did they give me? I know I got probably that's what I saw, a signal changer. Alright, so we do this every single time we test a product. This is the first thing you're literally supposed to see when our product's being introduced on YouTube. There shouldn't be any dark environments and trying to show the projector doing all. No. You need to see these test runs right from the door. The person who's developing it needs to see it because they need to know exactly what they're working with, what may be a change, what they can upgrade right from the door. These are tests that we request when we go to court on do you have these tests? And they have to be time stamped, which means you can't rush and do something afterwards. We can tell you, yes, you rushed and did that demonstration after you sold the product. So these will be requested in court. Remember, courts, anything goes in court. If you got the proof to back it up, it's not hearsay, you can bring it up. So you're going to have those tests, because we're bringing them up all the time. It's color tests. Make sure your screen is picking up that color. And keep in mind, doing this in a dark environment is an absolute fail, because you make anything look good in the dark. Especially if you're claiming, if you're doing videos where people sometimes try to do the gray area, where they'll say, so to speak, they'll say that it's not ambient light rejection, but they do demonstrations with windows and doors open to try to give out the illusion that it is, but it isn't. It is if I'm taking your money from you right now. If you file a complaint, oh no, it's not ambient light rejection, I never said that. I've seen people do that one. Can't do that. All contrast demonstrations, regardless if it's ambient light or not, must be done in fully lit environment, so that way the customer knows where the contrast levels lay at. Alright, got that nice color blend going on there. Boop, boop, boop. Let's go over here and let's grab some white levels. 4K snow screensaver. See where white levels lay at on the technology. There's our white levels. All this has to be displayed so everybody can see. Now what we don't want is we don't want our white levels looking like this. That's what we don't want. See how dark that black paint comes up? See how it doesn't read? That's what we don't want. We know the sacrifice field does pop up, especially when it comes to black paints. The technology right behind us is a different form of technology. But we don't want anything falling in that level right there, because that's a very serious danger zone. That means nothing reads in that. You can't get white levels to read, you can't get color to read, none of that will function. So that's what we don't want. That's why you have to do these tests called black versus black, gray versus gray. Those tests are very important. We'll be adding this to the list. Let's go bring up another demonstration. Let's go read into here, cottage. I'm going to bring this over a little bit more. I don't like how this is shadowing this out. That's better. Much better. This is why every once in a while I may get a customer contact and say, hey, I painted the screen down, I can't see it. We know you can see the screen because your product was batch number when it was shipped out to you. The problem is they think that little symbol on the back of it, they really think it's just some kind of serial number. No, that's a very serious number sits in the back of the container. I've been to this one before. So they'll send me over this picture. We already know from the door what it is. It's black paint. They'll send us a picture of black paint, thinking that we don't know our own stuff, and then try to file a PayPal complaint when we request for them to ship the item back. When we ask for the ship back, we tell them exactly what they are. It's on the website. It tells you exactly what the ship back policy is. When they know what they are, they try to fight it, and they try to go through PayPal. We send PayPal the same information, the email requesting the ship back, and that means right there from the door you've lost your claim that fast. You have a batch number staring you in the face that you're going to have to try to get around, which is virtually impossible to get around with those things because the product shows that it's thoroughly tested. So, what some people will do is they won't accept. They should have just shipped the item back to us so we can do the test. Let's see if it does exactly as you claim it does, because when we tested it in our demonstrations before we sold it to you, and in the batch number before we shipped to you, it clearly shows the product works perfectly fine. Everybody else would be having the same issue as you if that was the case, and it would have failed in the batch number to begin with when we first did the demonstration. We'd have got those results because we do black versus black in every single batch number verification. So, already we got you that quick. Now this is for customers who do things that are nasty at the end of the day. We bumping them from time to time. So, they lose a PayPal claim. And then what they do is they go to their bank. They lie to their bank and say, hey, look, you sold me this product, it was faulty, and it did so and so and so. What we'll do is we'll contact your bank. When your bank reaches out to PayPal, our legal department, people I know, will reach out to the bank, and we'll have a conversation with them. We'll send up your product, we'll send up all testing and everything back our product. Now, if you basically are found guilty in this, now you're going to be charged with bank fraud, which now is a felony. It doesn't go well. Trust me, it really just not go well. We can back ourselves up. So we get people once in a while when they do that, and then we'll come back to them. We'll show them the results, and they'll go, "Oh well, it'll be a whole bunch of mumbling." I just leave it be, because I could grill this if I want to. I leave it be. What do you need? We'll send you the paint back up. We'll fill it back up, even though it's half. We'll fill it back and send it right back to you. That's how we do business. We don't have no crap on our website saying, oh, once you ship to your product, it comes on your property, you're stuck with it. Remember the customer whose screen who washed out. I think he would want to return that, right? But he can't. Under the policy he has on the site, which he has accepted, it says that if it lands on the property, you're stuck with it. You open it up, you're stuck with it. So there you go. That's why you make sure products are tested. Because they'll try to get you on their policy. And then we got people who will fight a ship back, like they'll argue and fight with us about it. We know you tampered with it. So, yeah. It's just better to just, if you're not used to the darker product, then just don't buy it. That's all to it. It's just simple and plain. If you're not ready for dark technology, don't even go near it. Don't buy it at all, period. Stick with other streams out there. The problem is that they want the heavy contrast levels. They want to be using fully environments. They want their colors to pop. They want all that. But they're not ready for that black technology. Some people are and some people are not ready for it. But don't make up false things and try to make trouble for us at the end of the day. It does not go well because you're going to find yourself sitting in a courtroom with a very serious lawsuit over the top of your head. It doesn't go well. Just do things. If it's not for you, then just don't buy it. That's all to it. Simple and plain. If you're buying it with the intentions of doing things that are wrong, it's not going to go well for you. What the heck is this? Yeah, they're getting weird with the whole. It was really nice at first when they started doing them. Now it's just gotten downright weird with those things. I don't even trust them anymore. I don't even watch them anymore because you don't know what the heck will pop up in the middle of a freaking video. It's some creepy stuff, man. And I don't know if you're talking about those pictures that change as they slowly move. You gotta watch those things, man. I had some creepy stuff pop up out of nowhere, evolved into something weird. I don't know. That one I got over here is actually pretty nice. I actually been dealing with them. All right. You get the white surface. We showed our sorry, the white levels, balance, and especially with the black surface. I got to do more black on black. I have a lot of tests to do on that. Let's go over to our contrast levels, which your screens are known for. Let's go with Starfield Screensaver. I can't really see why they give me Garfield Screensaver on that. Black surfaces need to be there because black paint is going to pick up contrast regardless. The problem is with the black paint, the regular black paint we have here, it can't read white light. So anything that comes up, color, whatever, it's just going to basically not work at all, period. This is what I mean by the star field. You have to see this in the full environment. You have to. Because they're faking that demonstration. You're going to have some problems on your hand. When you get it home in your environment, it's not going to work the way you want it to work. Let's go over, do that right there. I'm going to click on that right there and put that comparison next to us. There's a difference in our product and white screen. I've already done these so many times, it's not even funny how many times I do these things. We need a gray screen next. Also too, let's see, we did all that. I want to do the black on black demonstration. Do that. Let's get TCL 4K demonstration. This is why a certain individual is being sued for over $10 million. It's up, like I said, lawsuit's way up there. They don't have it, we know. Still gonna hit them with it. And jail time. I think it's something like, they want to do something like, fraud is 30 years, and there's so many of them. So most likely he'll probably get 10 of them. He'll probably get 10 out of them. It'll be 30 years at a pop for each one. It's bad for him, but that's what happens when you do dumb stuff. I know he was in here. He's always in here. He comes in here and pops and see what we're doing, we're working on. Well, when you watch this video later on, just to let you know that sooner or later we're going to be on that front door. Summertime's coming up. My process server will be there soon. All the paperwork will be done. I'll see you in court, buddy boy. You ain't going nowhere. For those who don't know, this is an individual who did a lot of fake demonstrations against our company, and he claimed our product was nothing more than black paint. I'm also going to be sending you up another certified letter from our company requesting black paint. Because we did that the first time. We never got anything back from him at all. Of course we get nothing back from him. Fake the demonstration. It's not the money you got to worry about. It's the time he's got to worry about. The individual did some really dumb dumb stuff. Like, you wouldn't believe the kind of dumb stuff we did, especially the copyright. That was a bad idea. But anyway, he'll figure it out. Spend the rest of his life in the prison system. That's what's going to he's going. Oh, by the way, just in case if you're thinking about doing this one, I got somebody coming to your front door the minute we see the video. Just so you know that. Oh, they're legit. They're legit. They're with the law enforcement. Trust me. I got somebody coming to your front door. So, we already got claims against him already. There's lawsuits being filed for him doing these fake demonstrations against him. Anything pops up on this, I got somebody coming to your front door. Bad enough, you got the process service for the copyright, it's going to be there soon. And you got to deal with this other guy coming over pretty soon. Get that mess taken care of. If anything pops up, I got somebody going to come right to his front door and serve him. And they found out I could have called the police in California because we have criminal charges here in Pennsylvania on him. All I did is pick up the phone, which I'm going to do tomorrow morning. I'll do it tomorrow morning. I got to call down there and give him the docket number that we have over here. And then now I got to give the docket number we have with immigration. So, yeah, we're going to get a warrant for him right away. He just does too much. We'll get that taken care of tomorrow. Till then, we got this technology we got to work on. Oh, man. Yeah, I know he's in here. He popped in. He's always in here. He always comes in here to see what we're doing, what we're working on, stuff like that. But, like I said, at the end of the day, I got somebody that's going to be right at your front door. And I'm going to get your landlord's information. I'm going to find him. We definitely going to find that guy. He don't want to be found. He really doesn't. I have never seen anything like it. He does not want to be found. We're going to find him. We definitely going to find him. Let me see. I want to go with, Skyworth food demonstration. You better talk to your landlord, because the longer it takes for me to get talk to him, the bigger the lawsuit's going to be. So, Skyworth food demonstration. What the frick did they just give me? And that makes no sense whatsoever. Microphones are right here. Skyworth food demonstration. Why the frick are you giving me freaking Guyworth? What the frick is a Guyworth? Yeah, jealous little sucker at the end of the day. Every time we make something, he got to pop up on his shoulder. Oh, I got it. He got lawsuits coming to him for the Quasar. There's lawsuits coming for the Quantum. And there's going to be a lawsuit for this one next. Jealous. Super jealous. This product's failed at the end of the day. Oh man, where is that freaking whatchamacallit at? We had it on. We have it on. Should we have it on us? That's one thing I was speaking to my buddy about. I have never been jealous about somebody else's stuff, ever. For what? I was raised, if I want something, you go out and get it. That's what you do. I want to be jealous, waste my time being jealous over somebody else's progress. But you got people like that are petty. Let me see. Oh, it's working out nicely. Oh, there's my people on Facebook. We posted over there first. So everything we got set up for this, man, we can't show you certain things yet. I'm waiting for him to do something stupid. That's what we're waiting for. I got people monitoring his channel right now, his activity right now, waiting for him to do something stupid so we can bring this. We got this guy coming to his front door, and this guy is a law enforcement officer, so we coming up there. We can't wait. Hope he does. If he does it, we got him. Well, we got him either way. But either way, if he does it, it's gonna be quick action, and I will get your landlord. I'm gonna get that landlord sooner or later. I'm gonna get him. I don't know if he's hiding. I don't know what's going on, but we can't reach him. Yep, we'll have them. We'll get them. That's how we did Mr. Williams. The Williams had to contact Baltimore police, and we had to send over the charges we filed over here in Pennsylvania for them to go down to his address to get that taken care of. We'll do the same thing to the other one, because the guy was telling me, so once you do it to the other one, you know you can do it to him too. You got to have a police report on. I say, oh, I forgot about that. We do have a police report on. So yeah, contact them, let them know problems you've been having for him. Send that down there. He's been stalking you and carrying on, and send it down there. Get it taken care of. They'll send somebody right to his front door. That's what we're gonna do. And he has somewhere between 32. He has 32 in his charges. They got to pick him up. On top of that, we'll give him the control number too. So they got to contact them. Oh, look at that! Boom! Let's go into the white levels. Boom! Yeah, this is gonna be easy. What are we gonna get? We got to get black fabric. Plenty of that land. We're gonna get that easy. Well, this is doing better than I thought. Okay, we got the other upgrade to add to it, and kadow, we got upgrade, we got to add to it, and we're finished. Only one upgrade. Where are my speakers at? Speaker with no sound whatsoever. Sheesh. Wow. All this wires are right next to each other. They're just entangled on so many levels. Okay, good. How do you fall off the table and do this? Yeah. Now, I'm hoping to do something stupid. Anybody. Because what's in the document for this technology, it's bad if you basically mess up over these things. I have to make it for both parties. Idiots on YouTube, and the other half will be companies, which, again, somebody, one way would do something stupid. So you protect ourselves. Because I'm going to walk into a courtroom and I'm going to clean your freaking clock. Mind you, we're in here at what? 24,000 in the ceiling? This is black paint. But again, I'm supposed to be seeing these demonstrations. When I look at gray screens, I'm literally supposed to be seeing these demonstrations on your channel. I'm not finding anything. Which tells me at the end of the day that, is your stuff matching house paint? And if that's the case, you can get a lot of trouble for that. So, yeah, this stuff has to be tested. Got to do those tests, man. Got to do those tests. It's very important you do those tests. I'd be scared to death. Somebody to match myself with some freaking house paint. Where are we going from here? Oh, let's do a slow color changer. Slow color changer. Got to do those tests. You have to. It's very important. You don't do those tests, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
We can test multiple subject lines and 3 headers instantly. Let's say we're...
Slow color changer. That shows our technology is the white level. Because again, at the end of the day, you can't bring up color if you can't read the white level. And you have to be to read the Infinity 1 to pick up proper color balance. That's why gray and white screens have a very difficult time reading color in fully lit environments, because they have no contrast and the balance level is thrown off. That's why I keep telling you, calibrate, 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 calibrate. I'm not calibrating on freaking projector, especially with all the colors these things have equipped with them. There's no way in the world. Oh yeah, we gotta drop Old Faithful. We're gonna bring Old Faithful out tomorrow, 1,000 lumens. We got a surface painted up to throw onto the desk. I drop it at 300 to 50. that. Gray screen. Again, it'll bleed you out. A cell phone battery, cell phone flashlight, easily. This is a different form of technology. It won't match yourself. It's going to basically crush it in every level you could possibly think of. Can't even pick up gray next to that thing. Let's see if you can make our product unwatchable. Let's go with 4K snow screensavers. No, you can't make our product unwatchable. Mine, that technology is 100% black. Bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum 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 bum. I don't get the point how they skip the entire contrast level. Like, how? They just skip the whole thing. Like, we don't need contrast. Just skip it. Projector will fix it. Whatever. Da da da. 4K Snow Cottage. Yeah, good luck with that. The screen basically right now, we're still missing the heightener capability, which means makes the white levels pop even higher. So it's still beginning stage. It's a test run for the technology. As you see, the gray screen can't read the color of the ocean, which is blue, because it can't read color. Nor can it pick up the 100% contrast it's using the detail of the screen. Let's have a little fun here. Let's show you what makes our screens a beast. Starfield screensaver. No contest in any way whatsoever. Just no contest at all. The read screens through our screens read Infinity 1, which means our contrast at 1000 to 1 does not require to have a high-end projector to fix a problem that the gray screen can't read. Fully lit environments, gray screens can operate in well-lit environments. They don't function well. Let's get more contrast. Sony nighttime demonstrations. It's just too easy. Contrast plays in everything. People think for some reason contrast is just the dark levels. No, anything that requires a black level on it, it's going to read contrast. So your screen's constantly going to be reading gray through the entire time because it can't see the contrast level. For the black screens I've seen out there, it's trying to be black screen, your white levels are extremely poor. You're in super dark environments. Some of you depend on ultra short throw. Some of you can't even work on an ultra short throw projector, which again, I don't understand how that's even possible. It's an ultra short throw. It's like me taking that projector and shoving it right against the wall. How are you missing that? It's almost the equivalent of if a pitcher got right up on top of you and just threw the ball at you and you still miss. It's just like that. I don't know how it's even possible. In order for you to develop black technology, it takes years. Years and years and years. They should never be stuck in these super dark environments with a black screen. Like we saw in the Series C with a customer stuck in a dark environment with a black, so-called black screen. That wasn't even black, it was gray. That's why it was in the dark. What I've seen in Mr. Williams' demonstration with his product, his color levels are so poor because there's no white levels generating off this screen. Stop pointing to the ceiling. That does no good at all. You have to have a half and half, white and black, next to each other to do that. Besides, you shouldn't be doing it anyway. It's against policies. Can't be doing that. I read through the whole thing. I'll read through everything. Any document, I'll read through all that stuff. But anyway, no. Poor quality product. No testing on it whatsoever. We go through your YouTube channel, we don't find any tests like we're doing right now, that means your product won't make it. Of course, we expect a lot of people to cancel out, but that's usually what we go through. Cancellations! You gotta know how to make black technology. See how bright the letters, everything comes up nice and bright, vivid, and that background stays 100% black. That's what you're supposed to be reading. It's important that your environment is maxed out with as much light as possible. So, new technology, we're painting up a screen size at our 32 ounces to about 150 inch screen, 16:9, 16:10. At 235.1, I think it's 148 inches around there, with 235.1 for that. Someone was asking me about that. What can you paint it on? Whatever the freak you want. I mean, except for the polyester tarp nonsense. You want to stay away from that. But this technology has a bleed-through capability process, which means it allows us to paint over inflatable projection screens. Yeah, we added that in there. It also has projector mapping capabilities, which I find that funny for people who claim themselves to have our stuff. How come you don't mention projector mapping applications? We never hear it, ever. Why not? I mean, if you're claiming to have our stuff, you know, stuff does work with projector mapping. We have videos of projector mapping applications. I can show you one right now. So why don't you ever have that in there if you claim to have our stuff? We do ceiling applications, so how come you never show demonstrations with the lights on, star field, all that stuff? Just skip all that? Outside demonstration? Skip all that? Okay, moving on. Where do you want to go to next? Let me see. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, let's go to this one right here. No. I don't know. I want to do this one. The lizard. Let's go to the lizards.
Don't let ugly stains from moss, mold, mildew, and algae steal your home shine. Play the easy way with Wet and Dry.
No contest for a gray screen. So, the gray screen, at the end of the day, you got two options. This, well, you don't have any options, so forget it. The 15%, you know what that stuff does to your screen. It just throws it off. It doesn't work at all. Those 15% are crazy. The new technology we got called the Jade, the black Jade, well, it did the same thing. It turned that gray screen unwatchable. The black technology we have over here, you can't keep up with it. Both being hit with the same projector. So that's why I love when people sit there and make statements saying, we'll use this 5,000 projectors in this demonstration. I do a ton of side-by-side demonstrations. White screens, gray screens, certified screens, you name it, do all that stuff. So what good is it to have 5,000 lumen when both screens are being struck by the same projector? That tells me at the end of the day, you can't even operate at 5,000 lumens because your stuff doesn't work. But if you're saying I'm doing all standalones, I challenge you that one in court. How many people want to sign that document? Let's jump it up to 4,000 lumens and see if the gray screen will work. Oh, and let me show you my settings and my machine. So you can see that we are operating in our settings. Let me see real quick. A little bit. About to hit that again. There you go. So we are in whisper mode, of course, and then for our picture mode and brightness, we are at 0, so we're at factory settings. So yeah, that's what a gray screen looks like up close next to our technology. It doesn't register, it doesn't even read anything at all. Bear it! So, Any gray screens over there want to take on this technology? Or do you want to take on the 15% that can change the color of your screen? Or you want to take on the Jade? Which one you want to take on? Jade has another screen coming out real quick. We got another one coming out. 3 more colors popping up on that color technology. And then we got some kind of fluorescent crazy technology we're working on for gamers at the end of the day. That's going to be sick. So I was told that the people that are going to be supporting our company to bring all the technology we have, because they want to advertise our technology, get our stuff out there. Can't wait. And we got a new technology of screen paint to lead the way now. Oh, look at the fuzzy monkey. Look at that fuzzy monkey. Menu doesn't pick up on the gray screen. Just to show you that the gray screen says it has vantage points to help your screen out. It doesn't have jack. It doesn't work. Let's go over to, let me see. We got that color demonstration going on over here. What's that color demonstration? Did we just come out of that thing? There's a little space going on. Oh, we got a nice little, what's this right here? Get the fish tank on this side. It's not going to read the fish tank. The fish tank comes up in black. It's definitely not going to read that. Now, I'm concentrating on this gray screen right now because, again, the white screen's not going to show. But for people who make gray screens and you want to make that statement where you can upgrade your white screen, you can't upgrade it. All you're doing is just giving the customer more problems. That's all you're doing. They wasted time and money to paint over a surface that will not function correctly. Wait till we stick it in a Halo system. These screens can easily survive in Halo systems. Do you think the gray screen's going to survive in there? Heck no. Let's get some deep blues in there. Let's do this one right here. AK Desired Nature. You ain't gonna like this one. And Larry just said exactly what I just said. AK Desired Nature. You're not gonna like this one. Let's do that one again. AK Desired Nature. It's funny. It doesn't pick up on anything else I read. But the minute I say you ain't gonna like this one, and you definitely not gonna like this one. This is gonna be bad for you. This is why I don't understand how somebody claims I gotta be on the form site pretty soon for this paint, and we're gonna be in a gray screen side on their end because I told you they're bringing it. And the guy was like, "I see what you got." Oh man, it's gonna be a massacre in there. It's gonna be a massacre. There were 68 people in that room to make great paint, and we're going to go in there. Good luck. It's gonna be an absolute massacre. Right? They called this up, so yeah, we're coming in. I wonder how fast it'll take me to get a band in there. And we got to get him out of the room. Get him out of the room. Get him out of the room. So yeah, let's see what they got. Oh, this is going to be bad. Should I jump you want me to up the projector's lumen count for the grate? I don't know how that would even work. That's just not going to work. This is going to be bad. I saw someone do this nonsense. This is why we do this demonstration. We bounce this demonstration off everything. Ceilings, on-site, off-site, on floors, everywhere. We bounced it everywhere. You know why? Because we had somebody fake the daylights out of this demonstration. They took a P2 projector, heavy contrast levels at 291, stuck it in a dark environment, and said, look, I'm reading contrast levels off a gray screen. Now, that's the biggest lie I've seen in my entire life. No, you're not. You're not seeing no gray levels, no black levels. How would that even be possible? Unless you're going to convince me to spend $3,100 for a projector that you're going to make them believe that they can pick that up. That's not going to happen. You know they're going to find out, right? That's why it doesn't pay to lie and fake your demonstrations. The customer's going to find out. We're outside playing around doing demonstrations. Our customers took our technology outside and used it, which you're supposed to do. That's why you saw in the promo demonstration people outside with it. They saw us do it, they did it. So if you lie about it, guess what happens? Customer finds out. Now, do they have to spend $3,100 for projector to read a copy? No, we don't have to. No one has to ever. Got a $10 projector over there. Got Old Faithful over there. We got projectors on the table. None of these projectors require no 2 million to 1 contrast. And from what I've seen on the YouTube trip, which I'm going to do again because I want to do it, keep the focus, show our screens versus their demonstrations. But what I've seen in the YouTube trip, the screens that they consider to be ambient light projection are gray. And every single one of those screens was light dodging like there was no tomorrow. So if your ambient light projection technology, does that include reading a 100% black level? Or are you skipping it? Oh, no. We read ambient light projection. We just don't do the black level at all. It's not important. It's not needed, even though it's on the projectance requirement. You pay for it. Yeah, right. Excuses. They're going to the environments where they have ambient light controlled environments. They're talking about ambient light projection screens. I'm in that form site too. I'll pop over there too. So how's any of this ambient light projection technology? You guys are all sitting in the dark. Well, the projection screens were designed to be in the dark, and they're designed to be in ambient light controlled environments. If you don't get out of my face with that dumb nonsense, here's a demonstration of eating sunlight. Knock yourself out. Multiple projectors stealing for whatever, that's a bunch of crap at the end of the day. We're past that now. We don't have the 35 millimeter projector set out with a 1.1 aspect ratio screen in a dark environment. They call it movie rooms or showrooms or viewing rooms, whatever you call it. That's back in the day. Now we have technologies way beyond that now. Why are we still stuck in the dark? You don't see it? You don't see the different projectors they bring out all do the same thing. They're all stuck in the dark, every single one of them. P1, stuck in the dark. P2, stuck in the dark. Samsung, what's that thing called? The something LS800, in the dark, every single one of them. Because the screens don't work. That's why. They keep making more and more advanced projectors, and the screens don't work. Yet I can go back and get a projector at 2011, a 2011 model. And I can beat the daylights out of your demonstration that you do on YouTube on your setup easily. On my old projector, I paid $50. Not in my environment, you can't be in here. Your screen doesn't function. You can't use my contrast. Your screen it won't work. It doesn't work as it is. That's why you're sitting in the dark. Got to calibrate that machine. All those colors, and you're in there calibrating the machine. That is pretty sad. So, with that being said, your projector works perfectly fine, you just can't use it the way it's meant to be used. See those beautiful bright colors popping up? So that gray screen read none of that at all, period. I want to go back and check out them bright, beautiful colors. Boom! That's how it's supposed to look. So when I come into this office, when I turn these lights on, that screen has to fire up. When I walk through my environments, my screens fire up. I don't calibrate jack at the end of the day. So when I come to your site, I got some questions to ask you. Can you work in my environment? I'm not spending money for expensive projectors. I'm not calibrating. I ain't doing any of that stuff. I'm going to set the distance on that. I'm not using the ultra short though. None of that. Because I know those are sales tricks at the end of the day to get me to buy something or do something to get your product to work. And I'm not doing it. So I'm putting you on blast. I might open a performance site. Bring people in and ask you questions about your product. And you know, I'm brutal. I got Valva at the end of the day to mint the projector with a 1080p base, which is one of my highest trophies at the end of the day. Got their company to, because I know their stuff at the end of the day. I know projectors. I'm not going to agree with your nonsense at the end of the day. I know it's a 4K compressing. That's not a freaking 4K, it's compressing. You'll find out. Go out and buy yourself a 4K audio receiver. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Like, what the freaking, we got this like 1 second sound delay popping off in the background. Yeah, because it's not reading actual 4K. You'll figure it out. Go on and spend the money for a 4K audio receiver. You'll figure it out. That's like You know, when people were getting like the optical digital surround sound, but they were still using TVs that had Dolby, and the sound delay would pop off. The signal wasn't in sync. So to look at the amazing technology, we said the groundbreaking technology. I like to come on to talk to everybody. You know, I like to talk to customers. As customers come on here and they see that this is what they should be getting. People who make products come on in here and they see at the end of the day, this is going to be a serious threat to them because the customers want this. Customers don't want to be stuck in the dark. What a freak wants to be sitting in the dark trying to figure out exactly where a coffee table's at. Can't even find the remote control. You're sitting there fiddling around the remote control trying to figure out how to get the backlight to work so you can see what kind of buttons you're pressing. Nobody wants to go through that crap. You must go there and spend thousands and thousands of dollars for a projector. You're only going to get half of the machine because the other half doesn't work and the screen can't function right. Customers are now, when they see our demonstrations, they're expecting these other people to do more. That's why they don't like us. We make them question you. We have a lot more questions. So the testing we're going to be doing on this product, there's a lot of customers. They're going to give you so much information on what you should be looking for. And this is not just going to be for YouTube. Mind you, we're going to be out there pretty soon. We're going to be in showrooms everywhere, educating the masses on what they should be receiving off their projectors. Because right now, people think they're stuck on white screens, and I think that's the best they're going to get. I hadn't met Mr. Bird. Mr. Bird. Bird is the word. The word is the bird, people. The word is the bird. So I'm going to put that song. Oh, I like that song. Like Peter Griffin, he was kicking that song. So I like to do comparisons. Oh, this is very important. Ooh, let's do that Coca-Cola. I like this one. Another demonstration that was done in the dark. All these demonstrations were done in the dark. Let's get that gray screen out there. See what it's got at the end of the day. Can it drop this level? They skip this part altogether. The part that comes up with the intro, completely skip it. I watch them skip them all the time. They do this completely in the dark. I bet you they're crying. Then I told you before we started this, right? I told you they would be on their channels crying. I guarantee they're crying. They're gonna be crying after this video's up. You're gonna go to the channel. You're gonna hear them over there crying and carrying on. Yep. Remember, town criers, you work for me. So when you go over there and you start crying on your channel about our product, that's what it's gonna do. That's gonna push customers to come over and see what we're all about. I'm going to crush your gray screen every chance I get. Whether it be certified, whether it be house paint, whatever it is, I'm crushing it. And you're lucky it's just this. Because if I stick you on that 15%, I'll turn your screen yellow. You don't have anything for us. So how's this going to work out, huh? If you say something on your channel that's not true about my product, you go into court and get sued. So how are you going to get around it? You have to make black technology. You don't have an option. That's what you're going to have to do. Your gray paints are obsolete. You're going to have to finally admit what I just said to you. Your gray products are obsolete. You got to upgrade. Pretty soon everything will be black. And then my friends, we will join the dark side. Fight the dark side. They fight it. Why do you fight it? Why do you resist it? Hey, isn't there supposed to be a new Star Wars coming out pretty soon? I'm hoping to see a Star Wars where the dark side wins. That's what I want to see so badly. Like, what if Darth Vader actually succeeded? That's what I want to see. I think there's one coming out like that. I was talking about that. I wonder if someone picked up on that one, bro. They probably do movies like years in advance. I was like, man, how come you don't have a Star Wars where Darth Vader actually basically wins? Because there's a lot of Darth Vader fans. I'm a Darth Vader fan. Gray screen, white screen. Resistance is futile. Join the dark side. or be crushed. Crushing a gray screen. I'm crushing the gray screen. Wrecking its dreams. Yeah, it's crushing a gray screen. It's not functioning on here whatsoever. What have we got on here else to play with? Let's check out some of these floating lofts. Okay. Now I got to paint my screen over there. I got to make a gallon of this stuff and knock it out. I got paint over. I got lots of it, but ain't enough to knock that thing out over there. That's a big screen. But before we do that, we're going to add in the upgrade. Oh yeah, we're not done yet. There's an upgrade that goes to this thing. So the upgrade of flat line, this is the gray screen struggling. Now the white screen, wait till you see what the upgrade we had in that thing, what it does. Oh, it's just the beginning stage of this technology. It's taking baby steps right now. Dangerous baby steps. Destructive baby steps. But it's a baby step stage. It's a test run. So there's another part of the formula that goes into this. This is a stage 2 technology. Stage 1 was the first one you saw. Stage 2, and then stage 3 is completion. So this is stage 2. You haven't even seen yet what it's designed to do. So for all you people out there after running your mouth in a day, you haven't seen anything yet. Pace yourself. Pace yourself. Oh, look at the colors of that. I'm blown away. The lights in here are freaking killing me right now. I can't even find my yellow glasses. I've lost them somewhere. I have no idea. Gotta get me another pair. If not, it's gonna be Migraine City, baby. Migraine City. All right, let me see what I want to do next. Let's get the LG demonstrations OLED. Now, before we get to that too, let's show you this real quick. So we need a box. Any box will do. Oh, back in a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. Bum 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 bum. I like the old songs from back in the day. These are what I like, you know. Classics. That's just me. That's who I am. We ain't got one. I need one just for over the surface. I'm going to cover the print. All right, let me see. There's something here. What's this? We can use this. All right, cool. See how fast it is to cover over a surface. Because all that nonsense about back and forth and light roll, heavy roll crap. I'm not doing that nonsense. Who's like breaks when you do that nonsense and that's just way too much work to do. Instructions are supposed to be fast and easy. As Wake said on his channel, on his channel, he made a statement. He said, hey, no instructions come with our products. How many of my demonstrations have you watched me do a paint and dry demonstration? Multiple ones. Our products are easy. You ever watch my old demonstrations back in the day with the Crystal Edge? What do I say in my demonstrations? Fast and easy. I've been saying that before you existed on your YouTube channel. Nobody wants to go through complicated, crazy, psychotic instructions. If I got to paint this screen up multiple times in an apartment complex, and I got to do 40 of these screens, the last thing I want to do is a nightmare instruction. I want it to be fast and quick. You know, much like IKEA furniture. I don't know if they made it better now, but yeah, IKEA furniture. If you haven't done that, you don't know what I'm talking about. If you have, you do know what I'm talking about. I put together IKEA furniture. Oh man, definitely pay that $75 for that installment, but you'll find out. All right. This right here, stage 2. That's it. We're done. We ain't going through no stirring between each application. We apply it down. We don't got time for that nonsense. Let's get ourselves a roller. We got for a roller. Basic 9-inch nap roller. Cheap. That's it. Nothing expensive. None of that crap. That's all. You can use this with a Wagner paint sprayer. Very easy to use. Ta-da! And it's black, not gray. Because every time I see somebody try to make black paint, it comes out gray on a roller. Stop doing that, please. It's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. embarrassing. We got to do gaming on this thing too. All right. So let's get this cracking, Jackson. So, you shook it up already, we're done. Take this and that. Open up the top. How black is it? Bam! Ultra black. Danny, let me explain something to you. When we make a black product, this sucker is black. It's not freaking gray. And I got some of the, well, we got the difference here is we have gray. No, this is black. Cheap guys don't even know freaking colors at the end of the day. Sorry, people, you don't know. If you ever saw the demonstration of the Series C, literally, this stuff comes up gray all the time. And then try to stick it in the dark and try to pass it off for a black screen. Heaven to Betsy. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Heavens to Murgatroyd, baby. Heavens to Murgatroyd. You remember that. You remember Heavens to Murgatroyd. So very easy to do. See? Now, what we do here is we don't have to go through some process of top plop, paint it and just be done with it. Seriously. That's it. See? See how thin it is, thin like coating? But you don't know how to do it at the end of the day. We do that technology. See? See how easy it is? It has a bleed-through system that allows it to bleed right to the surface. So easy your kids can paint the screen, go in any direction you freaking want. Up and down policy. Get out of here with that dumb nonsense. Ooh, put my hand in that one. Is it water-based? Yes, it's water-based. You know why it's water-based? Because Mr. Bird has these things he has to do. We don't do with these anymore, but see those little babies over there? Yeah, if this thing was very sensitive, any chemical was in there, it would trigger me off. Big time. I couldn't be standing in front of you right now, I'd be in hospital. So I'm very sensitive to very strong, pungent chemicals that can cause me all kinds of problems at the end of the day. So no, can't be that. And anyone who actually made that statement about my product, I'll see you in court with a bunch of doctors that will back up the claim that Mr. Bird has an extremely rare lung disease and it would be virtually impossible to work with such chemicals. That's going to cost you a lot of money, by the way. Those doctors aren't cheap. They have to come and testify for you. Now, easy to do. That's it. We got our corners right. Just roll over top of this. Da-da-da-da. Think I'm in an info commercial. What do we got here, Chuck? Well, it's just basically just everything you need to do. It's projector map and applications. It's a one-code application. You're done. Roll over. Ka-da. Ka-da. Bam! We are done. We are done. Yes, we are done. Yeah. Gotta have fun with these things. See what I mean? Did we miss a spot there? We did. That's pretty much it. We're joking around acting up. But that's it. We're done. Not this. Light roll. Heavy roll. Pushing around just to get the surface wet. Einstein. It's going to be wet. This isn't powder coming out of here. If it was powder, it'd be a different story. But this is basically already wet. Why would you be pushing paint around the screen just to get it wet when the surface is wet itself? Because the paint is wet. Oh my goodness. It scares me sometimes. It really scares me, people. It scares me. So when a contractor buys their stuff by the gallons and he says, hey, I got 50 screens to paint in, they could blast through that whole section in no time at all. And yes, it's thin enough to go through your paint sprayer. You don't have to have any special paint sprayer. You can use a Wagner 250, whatever you choose. Doesn't really make a difference. I paid $60 for my paint sprayer. You can roll it on and be done with it. That's it. Let's show you the drying time, which is very important. We don't edit those, by the way. I've seen people edit drying time. So what they'll do is they'll edit it, come back and screen. It's magically dark. I watched it literally in a demonstration. Yep. But for some reason, when they painted the screen on top of the desk, the color didn't change. It still stayed gray. Even though it was a black product. Anyone notice that? We did. Everybody in the forum site did too. I'm feeling like some Captain Crunch right now. Some cartoons. So that's how you use the paint. That's it. There's no primer, none of that. You just roll over it and you're done. It's supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be easy. Nobody wants to go through headaches at the end of the day. Nobody. See the size of these giant screens I have in here? You think I want to be spending that much time to paint these things in? No. It's just too much. That comes from somebody doing too much on camera. Doing too much. I can't wait. Just throw up your white's wet. It's driving me nuts. Oh, they hate it. They hate it. They hate it. They hate it when Mr. Bird represents. They hate it. They can't stand it. I do my little dance on camera. They can't stand me. Good. Because you know what this demonstration is all about, gentlemen? It's about showing the customer superior technology, showing them that we are the best at what we do, but more than anything in the world, make you cry. Because y'all talk too much trash. I'm about to put y'all on blast all this week. See all this technology we got? All this stuff can wipe your stuff clean. All of it. We got the new stuff over there. We got that jade. That jade is gorgeous, ain't it? It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, you think that's a kicker? Wait till you see the fluorescence. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They're going to be beautiful. Beautiful, I'm telling you. Gamers out there at the end of the day, I don't care what you game out at the end of the day. Who freaking cares? At the end of the day, it is going to be gorgeous on your system. Or away from your system. Doesn't make a difference. It's a portable screen. Hook it up with your little projector at the end of the day. Game off it. Bam, be done with it. It's going to look absolutely incredible. Yes, you're going to love it. I can't wait to get mine. Get mine for GTA. All right, let's get over here. Let's get some pictures on it. Just got to dry. Put the fan in front of it so it can dry. There we go. All right, let's just get something to run. Now as it starts to dry, screen gets lighter. And you see my fan over here? My fan is an air cleaning fan. We have a big fan in front of it. That's all we're using. A little tiny fan, take it to dry. That's it. Here, clean up in here. I'm gonna have some Captain Crunch and watch some freaking what's it called? Unicorn Kitty, which is my favorite to watch. Now, when will this doohickey be available? We don't even know, to tell you the truth, honestly. You gotta test this thing out. It's gotta be tested. We can't be selling you products at the end of the day that are not basically tested. We can't be them. Nobody wants to be them. They all have to be tested. I got to test this against certified. I'm curious exactly. Got to get me informed sites with this technology. You know that, right? It's not just on YouTube that I have to be on with the Cracker Jacks that are upset by what I do. I got to be in forum sites with this. And those forum sites don't play around in there. So your stuff has to freaking work. And we're talking about ambient light rejection. I got to be in here with this craziness at the end of the day. I got to be in these low entry level projectors. I got to be everything they do on there. Everything. White level demonstrations, the whole 9 yards, and especially with the certified, so they pop up often in there. And they're like, oh, you think you got a screen paint that's really good, huh? What about this screen? What about that screen? That screen beat that one, did that one already, beat that one. Then you gotta back your stuff up. Because you can't talk trash in that environment. Because those people know what they're talking about in there. All right, then, there you go. So, yeah, I do it not only for here, but I do it on any site that I drop at, including in a courtroom when I got to go in and crush you for talking trash about my product, which you don't want to do. Because you can imagine painting that screen into a courtroom, and if you can't get that screen to come up as dark as you claim in your YouTube video, you're going to owe me millions of dollars. Can you imagine how shaky your hands are going to be trying to paint that screen in? Somebody may faint. They may fake a faint, like, oh, Heavenly Betsy. I cannot go on. It's just too much. It's too much. I must faint. Oh. You better get there and paint my screen. You're going to owe me a lot of money. I'll be making statements my stuff don't work. I will hurt your wallet in that courtroom. I will hurt your wallet. Get him up. Make him paint the screen in. How dare you? How dare you? Yeah, don't talk trash at the end of the day. But they're going to cry about it. We know they're going to cry about it. They're going to do fake demonstrations, all that. That's their job, to cry about it. Because you know what people are going to do? They're going to come in and see Mr. Bird. They're going to see my technology. My technology is basically being displayed in places your stuff doesn't even go at all, period. Because you can't be in those places at all because your stuff don't work. Right? Sure, it's right. Like right now, if I had, this was a showroom, could you come in here and display your screen? Could your gray screen come in here and display? Can your white screen come in and display? Can your certified come in here and display in its way, its environment, and do all the things we need you to do? And this was a showroom. Say this was at an expo. Can you pull up in there? What if you had to do this in the schoolroom? What if you had to do this in a hospital? What if you did a bunch of different commercial environments? Could you work in there? All right, then you should know your stuff. You should have to come out here and show you complete power. I'm having them all. I'm as giddy as a schoolgirl with a new dress. And what is that? That's a whole lot of giddy. So yeah, it frustrates that they hear me talk and have fun and enjoy my screen at the end of the day, but also talk about how they talked all this trash about my product being this, that, and the other, and look where they're at and look where I'm at right now. And you know the beautiful thing about this at the end of the day? They're going to cry like there is no tomorrow, and I expect it. I expect to see them crying on my channel. I expect them basically posting my picture and whatever. We expect that because you're crybabies. But I'm going to let you know, for everything you do, I'll file a lawsuit on you. So you're just going to pay me. You're going to pay me because people are going to come in and check out my technology and pay me because my technology is far better than everybody else's. And you're going to pay me when I take you in that courtroom and I clean your clock for making a statement you can't back up. Because I will have you paint my screen in. Woo! We had a ball. We painted that in no time at all. Sometimes knocked it out. Dried it with an air cleaner. Easy to do. No crazy instructions. See? McAfee went there and said he doesn't have any. How do you paint this stuff in? It doesn't need any instructions. It's easy. It's super easy. Anyone can do it. Literally. Anyone can do it. If your cat had posable thumbs, she could do it. Easily. That easy to do. That's what customers want. Customers don't want complicated instructions. They don't want to feel at the end of the day I paid for this stuff and I can mess it up. They don't want that crap. Simple, plain and easy. Like when McAfee sat there and said, oh, he doesn't know gain. Buddy, you the last person need to be having a conversation about me about gain? Are you freaking kidding me? You're talking about, my gain doesn't register on the freaking AVS Forms freaking Projector Central. It doesn't register at all, period. At 24,000 lumens are sitting over top of my head right now. It's so, these lights are so bright, I can literally feel the heat coming off my skin. It's super bright in here, and I can operate. I think I would know ambient projection technology from the countless demonstrations I have done. Y'all don't know jack. But we did something that everybody else refused to do. Fully lit environment, cheap projectors. We're at 720p. I forgot, we're at 720p. 720p, not even 1080p. And I used to own a whole bunch of 1080p projectors, those big venues. As the technology started to progress, we got rid of the projectors. You know why? Didn't need them anymore. Don't need 4,000, 5,000 machines anymore. Don't need them anymore. It's not necessary. Projectors all sit in eco mode. That's how we're in much brighter environments than we ever been, and our projectors are much cheaper and they use eco mode. I could run the Jade system we showed at Black Jade. It can read in eco mode on a Pico projector in a fully lit environment. It reads a black level. People looking at it, everybody thought that screen was black. That screen's green. It's an impressive piece of technology. It's in baby steps. It hasn't even begun to bloom yet. Or blossom, however you want to put it. Now, as we had this conversation, talking at the end of the day, you seen that piece of cardboard blend right into that screen, right? That surface behind it's fiberglass. So it shows that you can paint on multiple levels too. It doesn't make a difference. It'll blend just about anything. As we sat here and had this conversation, you sat here and watched me paint that screen in no time at all, no instructions, even have fun, dibble dabble, throw it all over the place, have some fun with it. Throw it up there and watch it dry on an air cleaner. This gentleman, to the naysayers and people who call themselves making products, is how you sell products. I can come up here and I can dress like Batman, Bugs Bunny, wherever at the end of the day. I can dress as anybody I want. Heck, I can come out here with freaking flip-flops on and Speedos, whatever at the end of the day. But as long as I can back up what I'm saying out of my mouth, I can wear whatever I want at the end of the day. Because I can back it up 100%. I can call that paint anything I want. I can call it daffodil, sunshine, tulip, candy bar, whatever I want. As long as I can back up whatever it can do. I can basically engineer my own game, separate from everybody else's traditional game, as long as I can back it up. So, there's that. And you just watch me turn a piece of cardboard into an amazing piece of screen. Bam! Booyah! When I do demonstrations for companies and stuff, we just paint over the surface. I'm sitting here having this conversation about something completely off topic. You know why I take it off topic? Because as I'm having this conversation, they're watching the screen. I'm having this conversation, I'm talking about fish, bikes, cars, and whatever. I'm not paying the screen any mind. Because it should have that much confidence in my product that I never have to go over and explain that screen because it already explains itself because the product is that freaking good. You don't know how to sell product at the end of the day. People notice that when I have these demonstrations, I can go off topic and completely forget that screen's over there. Because it does what it's designed to do. As it's doing right now. What to do? And Mr. Rogers, this is black. So you know. Did I crush it today? Did I crush it? I crush it. Crush it. I told you when that paint came out, when we were working on it, it was going to be absolutely amazing. Did I not tell you this? I told you, absolutely incredible. I'm going to show you Ultra Shirt tomorrow. Also, Ultra Shirt on the screen too. We're working on Ultra Shirt tomorrow. Customer wants a good product. That's what they want. Stop. People who make these products, stop lying. Stop turning out lights. Stop doing all this other nonsense. Make a good product for the customer. You can hate me all you want. Don't care. Make a good product for the customer. That's what it comes down to. At the end of the day, make a good product for the customer. You make a good product for the customer, that means you can stand behind your product. Now, for those of you saying, Mr. Burr, what does it look like with the lights out? Let's go. I thought you never ask. Looks the same way it does with the lights on. So for those of you who have dedicated theater room setups, and you're planning to be in the dark with your setup, guess what? This stuff is absolutely insane with the lights out. And you can have your lights on too at the same time. If you want to show up all the cool stuff you collected, and see your nice setup in there, you can have your lights on and you can watch a movie at the same time. You have options. It costs you $50 for your projector. You don't have to spend all this money. It's not necessary. People with doing theater setups, they spend a lot of money for these inky projectors to try to get these images a little darker, more richer colors. You don't have to go through all that.
Today, you didn't just see your image. You saw every resident. But hey, at least your shape is smooth. Shikado silk has 5 curve sensing lines that follow your body. Even your knee. They're smooth and they're Shikado silk.
We just do 3 commercials back to back. We did not do 3 commercials back to back, did we?
Or your Wi-Fi early, so you can get online as soon as your couch gets
There we go. So that's what your dedicated theater room is going to look like. Who needs a 4K? You do it at 720p. Take that extra money, go buy yourself a nice popcorn machine, some real luxury movie chairs if you want to. I get some nice posters in there. And you know the beautiful thing about this technology, for those of you who are into the dedicated theater room setups, which I have to be able to do also too, is that you can also paint the ceiling. You can also get an infinity ceiling out of this technology. And that means that you can change, instead of having just the stars up there, because you've seen the ceilings we do, instead of seeing the stars, you can change anything you want. You can turn the ceiling into liquid if you want. And what does it cost to do that? Well, a fire stick and a short throw projector, which you can get them for like roughly like under $100. And that's it. That's how we did the ceiling. First coated with our technology. And you can have the lights on and you can watch your ceiling at the same time you can watch your screen. Oh, by the way, tomorrow we'll display dark colors. Do gray and white screens read dark colors next to our new technology? We'll find out tomorrow. They're going to be crying about this. You know they're going to be crying about this. But, you know, we're used to it. You may channel calling me scammer, rip off, all this stuff at the end of the day. You're going to get sued for all of it. You know it, right? There you go. Tron demonstration. Can we do the Tron demonstration on a 50 lumen projector right up on top of the screen and instead it read on a grand white screen? Why should you say the thing I just said? Tron demonstration. Grid is live. I've heard that so many times. You have any idea how many times I've heard that by doing these demonstrations. So what you're seeing in the demonstration is you're reading a 100% contrast level without the need of having a projector that can maybe, well, it's not going to happen. It can operate the same way as in the dark and with the lights on without losing any contrast at all. That's the difference in this technology too also. The screen doesn't change at all. Pretty crazy, isn't it? Watch this. I'll take that again. Doesn't change at all. Because the ambient light rejection in your technology, that ILEG, adjusts easily. Every time the light's coming off, it automatically adjusts even faster. Is that cool or what? Alright, so when you get your package, it's going to be a package. It's going to be in the big box. Do you know why it's in the big box at 32 ounces? It's because it comes with a screen. It comes with a 10 by 20 blackout cloth surface that you can customize your screen any way you want to. It also comes with some really cool LED lights too. So we're adding in these LED lights called flat chasers. They're flat just like these, or not bulky like these, but they lay flat and they give off this laser trace line. Oh, this is going to be sick. So you get a large box with all your cool stuff in it. It has a complete kit in it. We're going to add in some brackets too. They're either building your frame. You don't know what kind of brackets to get, and for those you're painting to the wall, it comes with free frog tape. I only use frog tape only because it's the only one I trust. So that's what's going to come in your package. So it's a large box. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, thank you letters and all that stuff in there, of course, for supporting our company at the end of the day. And like I said, everything we design it to give our customers the very best. That's what it's all about, people. The very best. So, to show the technology's worth, next stage, certified technology. Got to get a couple certifieds in here. We do. Do we have certified here right now? We do have certified right now. Okay, video's getting kind of long. Tomorrow, we're doing certified, ultra short throw, and we have to do dark color demonstrations. These are all test runs we're going to be doing, but we got to get some more certifieds in here because I want to show you exactly what this product does. On top of that, mind you, I got to be in forum sites with these actual screens having this conversation about how a physical screen can't take on an actual screen paint. It's going to be fun. So, can't wait to go pop in and see them. As you saw in the paint down demonstration, very easy to do. One coat application, you're done. There's no sanding, priming, none of that nonsense, you're done. We'll do some fabric surfaces and some other surfaces. I am going to basically coat and do a small screen out of the surface you're going to get for free. All right, people, hope you enjoyed the demonstration. Of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology. That's why he's always hooking us up. Hope you enjoyed. And naysayers at the end of the day, we don't hate you till you know that at the end of the day. It may sound like I don't hate you at all, period. I don't give Satan that kind of opportunity. But we do have some fun. And when I do know you're going to go on your channel, you're going to cry and whine about this, But you know, that's what you're built to do. It doesn't hurt me in any way whatsoever. You just advertise for me. That's all you're doing. People are going to come over here and see this amazing screen. Oh, let's do some more lights out demonstrations. I got that request a lot on this technology. So lights out demonstrations. We'll do some movies on here. I got to be on Facebook a few minutes. So on top of that, oh man, yeah, my time goes away quickly. It does. Okay, let you guys go. When it's ready and everything's all tested, it'll be on the website. We're already building the showroom for it already. If you know, if you went to the website, some things have been changed already to get ready for the new technology. Gotta go. Thanks for your time, and God bless.